Mr. Tandy, if I remember correctly, you did fairly well here last year, Daytona, obviously. Tell me about some other fun activities you've been doing. We know you're going to race and hopefully go for the win this weekend, but you've also been testing some extremely fast Porsche equipment of late.
I have a 1973 SC. It was amazing. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah,
the hybrid version of that. Yes.
Ah, yes. I have been able to have a couple of runs in the previous iteration of the 919 hybrid. Yeah, and I was testing last week in the 2015 car. Very interesting car. Very fast. It's amazing how the hybrid systems work in these cars, and yeah, you know, it's a full-on prototype, and they are pretty impressive things.
Looking at you, just your career arc, coming in from, you know, with, say, an open-wheel background, we see a lot of open-wheel drivers move into sports car racing, but just in terms of speed, what was it like having that bit of high-level prototype acceleration and performance to deal with? Does that blend with any of your background?
No. The only thing that's come close to it before is Porsche did a GT3 hybrid, which raced at Petit, Nürburgring, and at the time that was like by far and away the fastest thing I'd ever driven acceleration-wise, because with any high-level hybrid system, the way the e-motors work and the torque that's involved, it's just blindingly, it's like a switch, you know. And yeah, the 919 has this and more, so it really is amazing, and there's nothing else that I can even come close to that compares to the way the car accelerates, the way it operates in a slow corner, because it's quite a heavy car with all the systems. It's not so different to my current 911, which is probably a little bit different from what some people expect. In the higher speed stuff, the cars have obviously got a huge level of downforce, which takes me back to the Formula 3 days, which wasn't so long ago. So it's not, to actually drive and operate, it's not so unnatural as perhaps most people would think, coming from years of racing in a GT car. You just drive it as fast as you can to the limit of the tyres and operate the systems, and Porsche do a good job of leaving it up to the driver to drive the car.
The last question for you, and we won't get into race seats and who's in what car, any of that kind of stuff, but we can say for sure that Porsche has a very strong culture of growth and promotion within its driver ranks. If the opportunity were to come for you to join the LMP1 hybrid program at some point in time, I imagine you would be a rather smiley Englishman.
I'm pretty sure everybody wants to drive the fastest car possible and compete at the highest level and have the chance to win the biggest races possible. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my GT racing. It's difficult to imagine another way of going racing and enjoying the way you do so much, especially over here in the States. It's in the Tudor series, it's in GTLM, it's such a fantastic way of going racing. But at the same time, who wouldn't give up a chance to have, you know, an outright victory at Le Mans, especially? And who else do you think about? For me, it's not just in sports cars, but it's like motorsport worldwide. It's Porsche Motorsport, yeah. And you know, I knew this when I started racing Carrera Cup in Germany back in 2010. Porsche is a way of going racing, and yeah, if that chance came available, it would certainly be hard to turn down.